What's up, fam? Check this out. There are only 4 companies in the world worth over $2 trillion. Can you name the most valuable tech company you can think of? Tesla? Apple? Maybe Meta? Well, chances are that any name you came up with isn't worth as much as Nvidia. And that changes everything. Even though it might not have the instant name recognition of an Apple or a Tesla, Nvidia is one of the most important and profitable companies in the world. Nvidia, the computer chip manufacturer based in California, saw its market value skyrocket from $1 trillion to $3 trillion in no time, driven by the insatiable demand for its cutting-edge technology, the hardware and software that make today's artificial intelligence possible. We wonder how a company founded in 1993 to improve video game graphics transformed into a 21st century titan. But bet you didn't know that one of the most powerful tech companies in the world started in a Denny's with its partners, talking about the future while eating eggs? Nvidia, led by visionary Jensen Huang, is now worth billions and influences everything from video games to cutting-edge medical research. But before we dive into how all this started, I want to take a moment to ask, if you're into this story and want to know more about great visionaries like Huang, hit that like button, and let's be friends. So, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Now, let's discover what drives one of the brightest minds in the world. In the 90s, video games were starting to win people's hearts, but the graphics, well, let's just say they weren't exactly mind-blowing. Then Nvidia came along and thought, what if we created something that made games look way more realistic? And that's how the first GPU, graphics processing unit, came to be. Imagine the impact of that at the time. Suddenly, games that used to be all pixelated began to come to life with graphics that looked like they were straight out of a distant future. From then on, Nvidia became the name behind the biggest visual advances in gaming. If you're playing something today with jaw-dropping graphics, you can thank them. With each new generation of GPUs, the company raised the bar, making games look like interactive movies. But hey, they didn't stop there. And let me tell you, all this has a name: Jensen Huang. The guy's a blend of talent, vision, and, of course, a whole lot of guts. Because, let's face it, not everyone has the nerve to take on tech giants and come out on top, right? And he did that, and much more. Today, Nvidia is valued at over $3 trillion and made an impressive $40 billion in 2023. Yep, you heard that right. Nvidia not only changed the face of gaming but also became a global giant, redefining what's possible in technology. That's a lot of cash, folks. Drop a like if you also wish you had that kind of money in your bank account. Jensen Huang, the genius behind it all, was born in Taiwan and immigrated to the US as a child with his family. Like many immigrants, he faced some tough times. They moved to a small town in Kentucky, where opportunities were clearly scarce. But that didn't discourage young Jensen, who had a special knack for math and science from an early age. Over time, Jensen's family moved to Oregon, where he began to carve out a successful academic path. He ended up studying electrical engineering at the University of Oregon and later graduated from Stanford, one of the most prestigious universities in the world. Jensen was the kind of guy who wasn't satisfied with just getting by. He wanted to revolutionize the tech world. Remember that breakfast at Denny's? That's where he and his team decided they weren't just building a company, they were creating the future. Nvidia didn't just make waves in the gaming world, it started grabbing the attention of gamers around the globe. But Huang wasn't the type to rest on his laurels. He wanted more, and that's when Nvidia began setting its sights on other areas no one even dreamed of. In 2016, Jensen launched the Pascal GPU series, a major leap in graphics technology. What happened next? A massive boom. Nvidia GPUs started being used not just by gamers but also by content creators, filmmakers, researchers, and, of course, big tech companies. The graphics cards were so good that nobody wanted to use anything else. It's like when the iPhone 11 came out and suddenly, everyone wanted to ditch blurry nighttime photos. Sales went through the roof. But what if I told you this was just the beginning? While everyone was focused on gaming, Jensen was already eyeing something much bigger: artificial intelligence. Yeah, the guy was always a step ahead. Instead of sticking to the gaming market, he realized that Nvidia's GPUs had massive potential to accelerate AI. And when he made that bet, buddy, it was like putting the turbo on the company. The impact was so huge that companies like Google and Amazon started using Nvidia's cards to process complex algorithms that power everything from voice recognition to self-driving cars. And at that point, Nvidia began leaving competitors like Intel and AMD in the dust. While they were still focused on traditional processors, Jensen was already shaping the future. And you might be wondering, was it easy getting here? Of course not, but the big lesson is that it's not about how many times you fall, it's about what you do afterward. Jensen Huang got that from the start. He wasn't about to rest on his laurels after the success of the GPUs. He wanted to take Nvidia to the next level. That's when he set his sights on autonomous vehicles. Yep, while everyone else was just starting to explore self-driving cars, Huang was ready to lead that revolution. In 2015, Nvidia launched the Nvidia Drive platform, a system that not only processes data from cameras and sensors but also uses AI to interpret the world around the cars. The result? Cars that don't just follow commands but think and adapt to changes in their environment. Tesla, BMW, and Audi quickly saw the potential and started using this tech. But wait, that's just part of the story. Nvidia Drive was also used to develop driving assistants, like facial recognition and fatigue detection. All to make driving safer and more connected, but Huang didn't stop there. With the growing demand for AI and machine learning, Nvidia released the Volta GPU series, which was a game-changer in performance and energy efficiency. This helped accelerate the development of new technologies and kept Nvidia at the forefront of the digital revolution. And there's more. In 2017, Huang realized the next big bet was the data center and cloud computing market. To handle the increasing data and the complexity of AI algorithms, he introduced the Volta GPUs with the famous tensor cores, specialized processing units for deep learning. This transformed Nvidia's GPUs into the backbone of modern data centers. Major tech companies like Google and Microsoft started using Nvidia's GPUs to optimize their cloud services and process massive amounts of data. As if that wasn't impressive enough, Nvidia also launched the Omniverse platform in 2021. Think of it as a virtual space where engineers and designers can create digital worlds in real-time, test prototypes, and do all of it collaboratively. It's a total game changer. Plus, Nvidia Clara, a health-focused platform, integrates AI and advanced graphics to improve diagnostics and treatments. With it, doctors can analyze medical images with more accuracy and speed, potentially saving lives. And it doesn't stop there. Nvidia is exploring how its technologies can tackle global challenges like the energy crisis and climate change. In other words, they're shaping the future responsibly. So, what can we expect from Jensen Huang and Nvidia in the coming years? If history has taught us anything, it's that Jensen never stops. He's always on the lookout for the next big breakthrough, and with Nvidia now involved in areas like quantum computing, 5G, and the metaverse, it's clear that the future holds many surprises. And you? Have you ever imagined life without these innovators pushing boundaries in our world? It's hard to picture, isn't it? Without a doubt, he's one of those figures who continue to shape humanity's future, one pixel at a time. So, if you've got a revolutionary idea in your head, remember Jensen Huang at that Denny's with his partners, talking about the future while eating scrambled eggs. Sometimes, all you need is a little push and a lot of perseverance. After all, great things start in small places, and who knows, the next billionaire might be you. And remember, every winner starts somewhere. Maybe the next big name in tech is watching this video right now. Let me know in the comments what you think Jensen should create to make our lives easier. Big hugs, fam. See you soon in the next video with another global giant to inspire you, right here on Tune Up Life.